On Mondays and Fridays, we check in with the My Best Me team. This morning, we have Team Transformers. Well, a little bit of the part of Team Transformers. The most important part, of course, our contestant, Jamie, and then we have Jody with 5 Star Fitness. I know Dr. Doug and Andy and Chad are here in spirit, so we won't forget about them. But how's it been going, guys?
It's been really good. I mean, the resistance has changed a little bit, but for the most part, he's nailing it. He's doing good. The hardest part is the lifestyle outside, especially with his 2 jobs he's working.
Right.
But he's nailing it down. He's doing good.
I want to ask you this question before we get into Jamie. How has working with Jamie and the other members of Team Transformer different from the clients that you work with on a day-to-day basis or ones that you've been working with long-term?
Well, I think with his on TV exposure, that's a little more motivating. He's really held himself accountable. You know, for the most part, he's doing what he has to escalate, or he's doing what he has to basically change on the daily. But for the most part, it's just consistency. There's really no different crazy formula that we alter every month. He's eating a certain amount of calories. He's burning a certain amount of calories. He's consistent with that, and every 2 weeks he's different on the scale. It's that simple.
It's incredible progress. I know, Jamie, from the beginning, your mindset has always kind of been the same, and you told me at the very beginning, I'm just going to trust the process. These guys know what they're doing.
So far, yes.
So a lot of the contestants, it took them a while to buy in. Can you tell that maybe has been an advantage in many ways as you look around the other contestants?
Yeah, probably so. I say so, yeah, because I was all in right at the beginning. Like, wherever y'all want to do, you know what you're doing, go.
Right.
I'm going with
Trust the experts. So what has it meant to have this full team with you? I know you've known Jody for a little while before this project, but as far as adding, Chad and Andy and Doug to this mixture, a lot of people don't have this amazing team to work with. What has that been like? Has that inspired you and motivated you further?
Yeah, because anytime I go to Doug, he's always, hey, things are looking good, how's it going, this and that, and then the adjustments, and then all the different processes he has me going through, and he's very motivating. Of course, then Andy, he's always got them meals. Meals are good still.
Yes, it is good food.
Yes.
Yeah, the scales don't tell the full story, but how much have you lost so far?
It's what, 27 to 30?
Yeah, 27 to 30 on the scales with Channel 12. At ours, we weighed him a little sooner, so it's about 33, 35 at the gym. Obviously, all that matters is what's here. It's a calorie game. He's just playing it
Burn
right.
off more than you take in. What have your friends and your family had to say about your process?
Yeah, they're starting to notice now. It took a little while, and I think that's what discourages people in the beginning. I'm busting it. It's a month in, and nobody's really saying anything. Nobody's noticing the hard work you're putting in. But then month 2 and 3 rolls around, people's like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? Hey, what's the secret?
Every day he comes in, someone at different locations are asking him questions, getting tips. I mean, he's definitely a good billboard. He's doing very well.
It's I can tell a difference in all of the folks who are taking part in this since they come in and they go out. It is a big difference. And if you see somebody, let's say 2 weeks down the road that you haven't seen in a month or 6 weeks, they're going to look at you and go, wow, whatever you're doing, it's working.
Right. Yep, and that's what's happening.
How has it improved your mind game psychologically? Are you more up? Are you more aware of what's going on? You feel better about yourself when you look in the mirror?
And then when I hear people's like, well, what are you doing? It just makes you want to push harder. So that's motivation as well.
So we've been talking with a lot of the other teams, of course, that you set, the long-term goal. We know in July what our goal is. But did you set smaller goals, maybe quarterly, weekly, monthly? And how is that progress growing? Have you, achieved those goals? Have you had to readjust? Fill us in on your goal-setting technique.
I was wanting to do, I think it was originally 10 to 13 a month. And that would have me pretty much on track the whole time. First month, made it. Second month, pretty close, like 1 pound from what I was trying to do.
Right.
And I believe this month here is on track.
And Jody, speak for yourself and the rest of, the team members that are guiding him as far as how you're setting goals for Jamie.
Well, the only difference is in the next 2 to 3 weeks, his caloric intake is going to go down about 250 calories. And then after that, we're going to bump it back up to maybe 16 to 1900 calories. So if we know he's burning some, we have to know that we're burning. In other words, when he's doing his daily routines, he's got to be doing a little extra out of his normal routine. And then at night, now every day he's got an hour of cardio. I got to make sure that he's burning more than his body's used to.
Right.
But the resistance is the secret. when you break down that muscle, you burn more calories during recovery. At the same time, we'll just say for every pound of muscle you gain, you burn about between 40 and 60 calories sedentary. So we just got to stay on path with the blueprint that we have for Jamie to, ultimately see. I would like to see 13 to 15 pounds every month, a month and a half. So, he's going to be on point. At the end of this thing in July, he's going to be a new man. It's going to be nice.
I think you already are.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing to see your process. In a nutshell, what's the big takeaway that you would tell one of your friends or one of your acquaintances you hadn't seen in a while to get them started on a similar path where you're heading?
It's not as bad as you think it is. And like I think somebody said before, baby steps and just moving along, and don't expect it all at once, but
All right.
consistency.
We're
really.
proud of you, brother. That's all I can tell you. We're
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
All right, if you want to follow along with Jamie and any of our other teams, you can do so, of course, by searching social media for My Best Me Chat with 2 T's. You can also visit WDEF.com to follow along. And like, Jody was talking about, he has all this knowledge of burning calories and training and recovery. That's why you need these guys. So go ahead and join them. Give Jody a call, 5 Star Fitness, of course, Dr. Doug, Vibrant Life, Andy, Fit Plus Meals, or Chad over at Southern Surgical Arts.
Guys,
all of this great team.
Good to see you both. Thanks so
Thank
much
you
for
so much.
coming in. Stick around, and we will see you on the other side of this commercial break.